Liam was known as the thinker among his friends. He was the one who analyzed every decision, replayed every conversation, and planned for outcomes that hadn't even crossed anyone else's mind. On the surface, it looked like responsibility, but inside, Liam felt constantly tired. His mind never truly rested. At night, when the world grew quiet, his thoughts grew louder, reminding him of past mistakes, questioning his choices, and warning him about futures that hadn't happened yet. Even during calm moments, his mind searched for problems, as if peace itself was something to be suspicious of.
One evening, after another long day of mental exhaustion, Liam went for a walk to clear his head. The streets were quiet, the air cool, and for a moment everything felt still. Yet he noticed something strange. His shoulders felt heavy, his steps slower than usual. In his imagination, he saw himself carrying a large bag on his back. Curious, he stopped and pictured opening it. Inside were stones. Each stone had a label: fear of failure, regret, what if I choose wrong, what will people think? Liam realized he had been carrying these stones everywhere, convinced he needed them to survive life. The truth was, the bag had only been slowing him down. As he continued walking, Liam wondered why he held onto these worries so tightly. He realized his overthinking came from a deep fear of losing control. If he thought through every possible outcome, maybe he could avoid pain. Maybe he could protect himself from disappointment. But the more he tried to control the future, the more anxious he felt in the present. His mind was constantly living tomorrow, while his body stayed stuck today. Liam had always believed there was one perfect decision waiting somewhere in his future, a choice that would finally make everything feel right. The perfect career move, the perfect relationship, the perfect version of himself. But as he walked, a quiet realization surfaced. Life didn't work that way. Most decisions weren't permanent, and most mistakes weren't fatal. People changed paths all the time. Growth didn't come from choosing perfectly. It came from adapting, learning, and moving forward. He stopped at a small park and sat on a bench, listening to the wind move through the trees. For the first time in a long while, he wasn't trying to solve anything. He simply noticed his breath going in and out. Thoughts still appeared, worries, doubts, questions, but instead of fighting them, he let them pass. It felt unfamiliar at first, like loosening a grip he'd held for years, but with each breath, the tightness in his chest softened. Liam realized something important in that moment. He was not his thoughts. His thoughts were just events happening in his mind, not orders he had to follow. The fear saying, "You're going to mess everything up," didn't mean it was true. It was just a voice trying, clumsily, to keep him safe, and he didn't have to obey it. Over the next few weeks, Liam practiced small changes. When his mind spiraled, he wrote his thoughts down instead of carrying them all day. He limited the constant noise of social media and news that fed his anxiety. He spent a few minutes each morning in silence, reminding himself that it was okay not to have everything figured out. Slowly, the bag on his back began to feel lighter. He imagined dropping a stone whenever he noticed an unnecessary worry. Not because he didn't care, but because he cared enough to choose peace. Letting go didn't turn Liam into someone careless or unmotivated. In fact, the calmer he became, the clearer his thinking was. He made decisions with less fear and more trust. He still planned for the future, but he no longer lived inside it. Most importantly,
he began to trust himself. He remembered that he had survived every difficult day before this one, even the days he once thought would break him.
One morning, Liam woke up and noticed something subtle but powerful. His mind was quiet. Not empty, not perfect, just calm. And in that calm, he understood a truth he wished he had learned earlier. Life doesn't ask you to predict every outcome. It only asks you to show up, one day at a time.
Maybe your name isn't Liam, but your mind might feel familiar. If this story felt like it was about you, you're not alone. Overthinking doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been trying too hard to protect yourself. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let go. If this story helped you, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more calm motivational stories, and share this with someone who needs a reminder that peace begins when you stop overthinking your life.